Dear viewers, dear guests, we are very happy to welcome you today at our next episode of People Talk. And the goal of these talks or this format is to discuss problems that all people face in every country and why we won't have these problems in creative society. And these discussions are actually done by volunteers of Creative Society. And Creative Society provides a platform where we reveal these problems of current format of consumers for society, and also talk about the benefits of Creative Society and what we all can do in order to live differently and in a better society.
Now, I would like to introduce Francis Ooko Omitto, a teacher from Kenya. Greetings, Francis, and thank you for joining today. We invited you today to this show to share your opinion and experience on issues you face in daily life, because it's important to talk about it and give every person a chance to take part in change of society and the way we live. And the first questions I would like to ask, we know already that you're chosen to volunteer your knowledge and experiences to the community for a better tomorrow. Would you like to add something to that, to say something else about yourself?
On top of what I'd earlier said, I can say my dream for the society is to have a healthy living society, opposed to the current situation whereby people are creating health problems to themselves. It's like they are consuming poisons without the knowledge, simply because they don't know. That is my main concern. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. And let's talk about the daily issues in your life. What problems you are currently facing in your region, in your country? What can you say about the scale of these problems?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the time. I want to go straight to the problem. The main problem in my society is global warming. That is drought that has been brought as a result of the current global warming worldwide. That is one. Number two, water problem. People are consuming dirty water, causing health hazards to them. Number three, the uncivilized culture that are still practiced in the modern society, that is FGM among girls, and also cutting some parts of the body in males, tattooing the body as identity. So we are trying to tell them that with the HIV scourge in the society, it is very dangerous to share cutting objects whenever they are marking their body as a ID. They are still practicing such. So those are the three main areas. If you can get me time, maybe I can expand on them, on how I have started, what I'm doing, because I've identified them as a challenge. Then what am I doing? In global warming, I realized that even though the area is dry, there are some indigenous trees that can still grow in this dry area. So I'm using the school-going children because I'm a teacher. I assess the learners because they are easy to train, they are easy to work with, as opposed to the old in the society. So we plant trees in schools, churches, along the roads, in other places that are administrative areas, government premises. Then I also have another problem is water. We realize the old cannot move. They go as far as 10 kilometers to look for the water, because water is basic, fundamental unit of life. If you miss water, you can even die. So I used the very young to assist them. Maybe I can supply them with 5-liter jerrycan, maybe twice a week. So, but because of the distance, we can't manage, because they have to walk very long distance, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers. So it is hard for us to to supply them with the basic needs. So we advise them to bathe only on Saturday, maybe once, under our supervision, because it is even less for eating, for drinking. The third one is the girl child, the issue of FGM, and also the level of education among the girls are low. Why? Because they don't go to school when they are in their periods, according to the culture. We realize if we provide them with sanitary pads, we can keep them in school. So those are some of the challenges. Again, we tell them the disadvantage of undergoing female genital mutilation because it has a problem. It will affect them in future. And again, in this community, whenever a girl is circumcised, even if you are young as 10, you qualify to be called somebody's wife. You are an adult. So we keep them so that they still have that mentality of we are still children. They are considered adult even if they are 9 years. They will not come to school. So those are some of the challenges I face. And I made a request, like for me to plant these trees well, the major challenge I have is only water. Water is a big problem in this area. On how I can raise the seedlings. Like now, the seedlings that we raised are nearly all of them dried. It is very dry around this time. So that is why my main problem. Then the side of girls, my campaign is I'm trying to persuade the religious leaders, the communities. I can see there's some little change. There's a change. So that is it.
I wanted to ask you, like, what motivated you to start this volunteer work? What was your inspiration? What was your motivation?
Yeah, what motivated me is I went to Uganda, a place almost in the same as ours. That is when I realized our place can also be changed. I didn't know until I went to Uganda. There is an organization that took us there. And from what I was able to see, I realized my place is somehow better. Even though it is dry, but it can be changed to a living society, a better society than it is. That is when I started this. We were taken there when I was training, when I was still in the college. So when I finished, I came out with that mentality and started it straight away. Through my interaction with the community, I realized my place can also be better. They told me how it was and how it is by the time, how it is now. I realized that anything can be changed. They told me it was dry. There was no rain. They told me all of a sudden it started raining after they planted trees. But there was hunger in the society. They could not grow crops because there was no rain. The moment they allowed the indigenous trees to grow, that is the time they started seeing bits of rain, until today it is rain. It is raining. They are using it to grow their simple crops. That is what I'm trying here, because in our place, it is very hard. Even growing crops is a challenge because that rain is not there. But I'm told long time ago it was there. It is people who interfered with the forest that has sent away the rain. So that is the campaign I'm undertaking currently.
Thank you for sharing with us. It's very inspiring that you already after school was trying to change the society, change the way you're living, and wasn't indifferent to how you live and your people live. Thank
kindly.
you.
Okay, thank you too.
On the forum we had in May, it's called Global Crisis, We Are People We Want to Live. We introduced the video about new technologies which already exist and can provide daily needs of clean drinking water to everyone already today. And I would like to offer all of us to watch this video together.
The world is already divided into those who are desperately short of water and those who still have it. According to UN data, humanity needs to wake up to the looming water crisis. And this is despite the fact that nowadays we know how to extract water even from the air and even in the most arid region. Water from fog. In one of the world's largest capitals, Lima, located in the desert, fog is collected in huge nets and used to produce drinking water. Morocco has one of the largest plants, which produces up to 6,000 liters of drinking water a day from the fog. Its operation costs practically nothing and does not require external energy. Water from the air. Atmospheric water generators allow you to extract up to 3,000 liters of drinking water per day, and it can be increased up to 1 million liters. Can be mobile and stationary. They can operate from any energy source and in any climate, even in the arid desert, are used for the needs of the military in some countries and well proven in emergency situations. For example, in 2010, after the Haiti earthquake, the generator produced thousands of gallons of clean water for drinking, wound washing, and surgery. Do you agree to die of thirst in the presence of such modern technology? Water desalination units. Worldwide, about 16,000 desalination plants purify ocean water from salt and turn it into fresh water. They can produce millions of gallons of fresh water a day and supply 300 million people. Innovative developments already allow desalination plants to be environmentally friendly, work even on the energy of ocean waves, and not to harm the ocean. In the water, they can retain the minerals needed for irrigation of fields and extract minerals from the remaining brine. This is ultimate cynicism and cruelty. When millions of people die of thirst in countries located on the ocean coasts, while such technologies are available. And this is the essence of the consumerist format of the society in which we live. Water retreatment. The technology has passed many tests. The water is safe even for drinking, and its quality exceeds World Health Organization standards. Meanwhile, every 2 minutes, one child dies from a disease related to contaminated water. 2 billion people in the world use drinking water sources that are contaminated with feces. By 2025, half of the world's population will live in areas with water scarcity. In just 3 years, it will be every second person. Actually, we don't have even these 3 years. Due to climate change, the situation on the planet is changing rapidly every day. And trouble comes where no one was expecting it. So, what will you personally choose? To die of thirst? Or to drink fecal water? That's the choice which you have in a consumer society. Nowadays, humanity has all the necessary technologies to provide water to drink for everyone. But in the consumerist format, trillions are spent to kill people, and saving our lives is way too expensive. By our inaction, we support this cruel, dead-end, and absurd format of the consumer society. The format in which these problems will never be solved, because our survival for the consumer society means earnings. Nowadays, profit is more important than our lives, and our deaths are just dry figures. The only way out is to change the format. The most important thing you can do now to save your life, the lives of your loved ones, and all people on the planet, is to join in informing about the creative society, because only by changing the format of society will we be able to prioritize the value of human life. We will introduce advanced technology everywhere and guarantee the protection of every person's life. Act now. Inform about the creative society.
And it's one of the videos which really shocked me, because I didn't even know about some of these technologies that they already exist. I am pretty sure that many people don't know about them. And there are plenty of other technologies which already exist, with which we can actually not just solve the water problem, but we can solve the hunger problem. We can solve any problem pretty much in our society. And why doesn't it work right now? Why doesn't it work in the consumerist format? Well, it is pretty simple, because the consumerist format is set just to take and not to give. It is about consumption. It is about money. It is about greed. It is about business. And pretty much that's a reason why we are doing these discussions, because we are informing people that we can only solve these issues and these problems in the creative society, in the creative society format, which is changing the not just the format in one country, but it's changing the format globally in the whole world. And why is it like that? Is because in creative society, the value of human life is the highest value, and is actually the first foundation of the creative society. And I would like to actually read how it sounds, because I think it's very important. So the human life is the highest value, and life of any human has to be protected as one's own. The goal of society is to ensure and guarantee the value of each human's life. There is not and never can be anything else more valuable than a human's life. If one human is valuable, then all people are valuable. And I would actually like to ask Olga if she would like to add something to what I was just saying, for the better explanation.
Yes, thank you so much. I also wanted to add that Creative Society project has 8 foundations, and the third foundation is about human safety. And according to this foundation of Creative Society, there will be no threats to the life and freedom of a human being. And every human will be guaranteed free provision of essential life necessities, including food, housing, medical care, education, and full social security. As well as science, industries, and technologies in the society will be aimed at improving the quality of human life. And more about Creative Society and its foundations, you can read at creativesociety.com. You can see for yourself that all these foundations are aimed to the benefit of every human being in society.
Would you like to comment on the video about the water we just watched? And what do you think? Would you like to live in such a society where human life is valued and all the new technologies will be accessible and serve to benefit all people?
Yeah, so allow me to say that it is amazing. The technology, the researchers have done an amazing job. In fact, for the first time today, I've seen it is possible. Water can be found everywhere with the technology. And I can say the technology has made it possible to fight the waterborne diseases, which is killing people, taking the life of the society. And I want to thank the inventors of the technology that we have just seen. And to end, I'm requesting if the technology can reach us, we, the society and myself, will really appreciate if we can get such technology in the locality to save the life of people, to promote the life of the trees. Even the animals will benefit. That is all I can say. It is amazing. It is quite commendable. Those who did that research and came up with such technology, they did a commendable job. I've deeply appreciated their effort. Thank you.
Francis, what do you think? What can we all do in order for us to change the format of the society from the consumerist format to the creative society? Because in creative society, we can all have these technologies we were just talking about available for every person. But a creative society project is a project which needs to be implemented worldwide. It's a global project. It's a project not just for one country. It's a project for the whole world, because in order for us to change the format of society, all of us have to choose it, first of all. So then we can see the change. So what do you think? What can we all do in order to bring the information about creative society to all people?
Starting with myself, we should be a good example. We do what we say. If I say we plant trees, I plant it, then I tell them, your place must be the same as mine. That is one. Two is reaching out everybody with information. Reaching people you can reach with the needed information. Some are not participating because they don't have the information that is required. Yeah, so what I was saying, the number one on how to change is being example, confirming it is possible, we can change it by doing. We don't just talk, but we do. I think that is one thing I'm doing here. Two, empowering them, giving them the knowledge that they don't have. Many people are not doing because they are not aware it's supposed to be done. So sharing information and knowledge. Knowledge sharing can also help us reach the targets. Telling them the importance of living a decent life, a life that everybody can admire. The importance. If you live a good life, you cannot be sick. If you live a good life, you are respected in the society. If you live a good life, people will respect you. Such things like such. I guess those are some of the areas that we should embrace, and we definitely are going to change the society. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your understanding and how we can all do it together. I agree with you absolutely. And, the Creative Society project, it has 8 foundations. These 8 foundations were formed by people. People were saying what they want to have in society. It was the biggest social poll that covered 180 countries. And there can be nothing else more valuable than a human life. That's the number 1 foundation. And I also wanted to mention that when this foundation comes in place in society on the first place, everything else falls in the right spot. In healthcare, in education area, in science and technology, in every sphere, everything will be in place, because human life is the most important thing in this society, in creative society. And it's really up to us to make such a society. Would you like to add something? What else you would like to see in the creative society of your dream,
What I would wish to see in a creative society in my region is a girl child becoming a professor, which is not possible currently. I want to see a girl child who is getting married because he's willing to do that, not forced under some unwanted culture circumstances. I would wish to see a society where everybody can get what to eat on daily basis. I would wish to see a society that everybody has access to clean drinking water, affordable health care. If not free, it should be affordable. It should be available and affordable. A society that everybody is living in a simple, decent house. By the way, currently, some people are living in the same house with animals in our society. Somebody sharing a house with a sheep, a goat, chicken, dogs, in the same house, and it is a single room house. So those are some of the dreams, some of the areas I'm praying for, if I can see changes on such areas, whereby animals are living themselves, human beings are living themselves a decent life. That is my dream.
Thank you so much, Francis. That's what you were just saying. Yes, that's pretty much the society you were talking about. It is a creative society, because in creative society, the health and education, the healthcare is for free, and it should be not just affordable. It is for free for everyone. And the same for education, and the same for the other things you were mentioning. So I think we are dreaming. All of us are dreaming about the same world, and that's very good, because we are all humans, and we want to live in a good society. And maybe I have a last question for you. Would you like to say something to our viewers? What would you like to wish them, if you could say a few words to our viewers?
Okay, to our viewers, I can say everybody has something he or she can do to change the world. There's something small you can do that can bring change to somebody's life. For example, if you have food, you can share it with people who don't have. If you are strong and energetic like myself, you can help the old to get water if it is from far. You can mobilize people to assist to bring that water closer to them. You can plant trees to fight global warming. There's something you can do. You can tell somebody, like, if there's something wrong happening, like in my area, there's FGM, you tell them it is bad. Tell the girls, the impotent, of not participating in female genital mutilation. They will not participate in that if you convince them. There's something everybody can do to make us reach where we are intending to. That is my message to our viewers.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
Francis.
much.
Thank you, Francis. And I like what you said before, what we can all do to make this reality. And you said that we can act on a spot where we are, we can do things to help others, to make this change in the society. You also mentioned share the information, help people understand what they can do. So that's basically what we are doing right now. We are sharing this information with everyone who can see this video right now. We're sharing the information that we all can act together towards this goal. And each of us will make a little step, and all together will make a huge step towards the future, towards our better common future. And I want to thank you so much for this discussion. And that was very interesting and enriching, and it just straightened my understanding that we can live in a happy and prosperous life already today. We have all the technologies, all the solutions. All we need is just to communicate and start acting. And we can change this format, and we can have creative society very, very fast. And to make this change, to what we can all start to do is, first of all, to choose to live in peace with one another, and to find this common ground together, and to unite our potential to find the best solutions to all the problems together.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Olga. Thank you so much, Francis, for such an inspirational talk today. And I really like your message to our viewers. Then pretty much it says we should all talk to each other. And that's very important. And that's why we are doing these discussions, the People Talk. And thank you so much for what you do, for your volunteer work. Then you are in active position, then you are already making the change that you would like to see in the world. Like Gandhi once said, that be the change you want to see in the world. And also thank you so much, dear viewers, for being with us. And we hope that you enjoyed our show, People Talk. And this format is very interesting because it actually provides platform for different people from different countries, from different regions, to talk about different issues, but mainly to talk about the solutions, like you heard today, especially the technologies, the ideas, the unification of us, and so on. Thank you so much.
If you want to participate in the show, please email us to info@creativesociety.com, and you can be a part of this discussion. Welcome.
Thank you, I'll do. I promise it is a healthy discussion. I changed person. I've seen several things that I had not known before. It is something that is going to change the entire world if everybody can cooperate with the organization. I promise in less than 10 years, we will be far. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Francis. And also, I would like to inform all of our viewers that the preparation for the next forum, which is going to be titled Global Crisis, Our Survival is in Unity, is already ongoing. And if you would like to participate and join this common work of all the volunteers, you can write us at info@creativesociety.com. Thank you so much for being with us, and see you at the next show.
Thank you too. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.